So in the Stonor, we've got Gallagher and Yode on the Berkshire bank. On the Buck station, we've got Wilde and Hempleman Adams, of which you will learn a lot about Hempleman Adams in the next few minutes.
This is great to see, isn't it? It's the first race we've seen in the Stonor, or the Stonor, as I've heard it called as well. I think I'm going Stonor Challenge Trophy, the women's doubles, and we'll be seeing quite a few of these heats today, 4 of them in all. And it's great because this is the elite event for women. So if you're a sculler and you want to row in a double, this is the one you have to enter. There are no others. And it's a really strong event this year, and we've got some good international pedigree, including some of my old crewmates from Beijing, Katie Greaves and Jess Eddy, who will hear on the microphone as well later on.
Definitely Stonor, I think, as someone who lives 2 miles away from Stonor House and Stonor Park.
I'm going with Stonor as well. That was my call, but...
You do hear Stonor. You do hear Stonor. Right, so this is a good performance on the Buck station from Wilde and Hempleman Adams. Hempleman Adams, a famous name in adventuring, and you'll know Sir David Hempleman Adams, the industrialist and adventurer.
And this young boat, actually, from Walbrook, we watched them race at the women's Henley, and it was fantastic to see that they were there. They're both world-class star athletes, and to see them here at Henley Regatta having this experience will do them really a good event.
So Amelia is the daughter of David, and I've just looked up David Hempleman Adams because I didn't feel I knew enough about him, so Google came to my aid. Amazing, he got to all the highest peaks in all 7 continents, and he reached the magnetic and geographical north and south poles before any other person.
Oh, that is incredible.
So a very successful adventurer. Mind you, if you're an unsuccessful adventurer, you don't last long, do you?
His daughter is having a successful day at the office. Because look at her now, there they are up Hempleman Adams at the back, you can see there in the blue, she from Bath University and Minerva Bath Rowing Club. They are pushing away from the Walbrook double. They won the Rosie McLaughlin Trophy in the double sculls at Henley Women's Regatta on this course just a few weeks ago, and Honey Yold, the stroke girl, was 4th in the Championships Girls and the National Schools Regatta. So some real pedigree, some good racing this year before they came together and were 3rd in the Met Regatta in the Championship double sculls. So they've had a good season. They've raced in singles and then in this double together, and look at them now, they're really working well.
They are. Amelia Hempleman Adams, we've talked about, and Rebecca Wilde, she's got some CV as well, an international swimmer for Wales before switching to rowing at the end of her first year at university back in 2017, and then immediately competing at European under-23 level in the sport. 5th in the double sculls, first year competing at Henley Royal Regatta, missed 2019 through injury. That's the frustration, isn't it, for athletes whose careers are as Rebecca Wilde's is, the timing of it. So due to do your first Henley Royal Regatta in 2019, injured, so miss that. Then you have to wait more than 2 years for your next go. This makes today a huge event for Rebecca Wilde. It's been an enormously long, best part of 3 years she's been waiting for this.
And a rowing career, we're fortunate that these rowing careers can be long. We have Upper Thames B racing later on the regatta, and we have a 59-year-old in this regatta. So Wilde may be brewing the miss 1 year, but there could be many ahead of her. But she's making absolutely sure that she is grabbing this opportunity.
Yeah, by the time you pop an injury in and then have to wait a year out, it's been a long wait. There's so much about the timing of your career. Actually, I was looking at Steve Redgrave on a launch earlier on, and he was the best example of someone. There's an element of luck to it, isn't there? But if you're fortunate and your career spans Olympiads in the right way or Henley Royal Regattas in the right way, you can have a lot more competitive success than someone else who's a bit unfortunate with the timing of their career.
Yeah, it is. I think every single athlete has injuries. Anyone listening to this who's a rower or does any sport will know that every now and again your body breaks down and you need to give it time to recover. And it's being lucky maybe or clever actually when you pull back on your training and protect yourself, so you make sure that actually you are able to be at your best at the right time.
Perhaps the best example of this, most high-profile recently, Helen Glover, who she was lucky with her timing in as much as if the Olympics had gone ahead last year, she wouldn't have been there. The fact that they delayed it a year, she was lucky and could then compete in a third Olympic Games. And there's a little example, isn't there? But you get lots of those examples of people who are injured at the right or the wrong time, or their career spans the right passage of time. I think the weather's closing in a bit, by the way. I was looking down the course just now and towards Temple Island. It's getting very misty and murky, but the rain has eased and they are making it look fairly straightforward on the buck station here. Wilde and Hempleman Adams in this Stonor race against Gallagher and Yode. They've stretched ahead and they haven't got too far to go now in front of Stewart's, where there are a couple of umbrellas up. So maybe when I said the rain has eased, I was giving you some false information. A bit further down the water from where we sit at the finish line, there are some umbrellas evident.
Yeah, and looking there, I think the Minerva Bath crew has managed this race really well, but Walbrook Rowing Club, great to see them here at this regatta. It was them that won the Rosie McLaughlin Trophy a few weeks ago at Henley, and it's good to see them building on that experience and trying them at this race. But here we go, the Minerva Bath crew come across the line.
So Rebecca Wilde and Amelia Hempleman Adams are through to the next round of the Stonor Challenge Cup. Gallagher and Yode will be over the line in a moment. Last few strokes of their Henley Royal Regatta, and they can enjoy the rest of the week and all the delights of Henley.
Just thanking the opposition there, saying well done, and they're going to start to think about tomorrow.